Hej, siemano wam wszystkim ludzie, z tej strony Arturo, witam was na swoim kanale i kontynuujemy Synchronicity Tomorrow Tones Today. Moi drodzy, musimy w jakiś sposób zgasić ten pożar, żeby wyjąć lalkę, która tutaj płonie. Niestety w ekwipunku nie mam nic takiego, co mógłbym na tym użyć. Mam za to kilka elementów.
The truth is, I don't need it. I have my own way of getting inside the hospital for the dissolved without being seen. But I'm sure I'll be able to find some use for this ID.
Przepustka do szpitala, wizytówka, łom, zardzewiałe gwoździe. Jak gdybym mógł tak na przykład coś z czymś tutaj połączyć.
Since it's made of wood, I can use the nails to attach something to it. But what? It's useless. I'll never get these nails through the metal of the subway sign. Let's see. I'll use the electrical tape to join these two objects. The bad news is that I just used up all the electrical tape.
O, zrobiliśmy kołyskę.
I've attached what's left of the metal subway sign to the wooden crate I found in the cleanup brigade's closet. And now I have a crate with metal parts.
Teoretycznie mamy prowizoryczną kołyskę, to teraz tylko jeszcze w jakiś sposób musimy wydostać tą lalkę z tego płonącego ognia. Tylko na tą chwilę nie mam żadnego przedmiotu, żeby mógł tam włożyć i ją wyjąć. Dobra, tutaj mamy dom łowcy. Cholera no.
Oh no. It's starting again. It's amazing. Everything's changing. Everything. Everything is mutating, and I haven't even moved. I don't understand. I don't understand anything.
Coraz częściej mamy te przerażające wizje. Przyczepa Rose.
Hello, Mr. Sleepyhead. You came back.
Hello, Rose.
Tak, wróciłem i mam kołyskę. Niestety nic więcej nie mogę ci przekazać. Nie ma nowych opcji dialogowych.
Goodbye, Rose. I should be going now.
No, don't will you help me, Mr. Sleepy? Be my knight in shining armor. Bring me what I ask and I'll give you the answer. A key to unlock your chest of dreams.
I'll try, Rose. I promise.
Czyli otrzymamy od Rose klucz. Skrzynka z narzędziami, z której wyjęliśmy... No właśnie, co my z niej wyjęliśmy? Coś wyjęliśmy, już nie pamiętam co. Sznur przepalonych lampek. Wow. Mamy przepalone lampki. Nie mam zielonego pojęcia, do czego by mogło mi się to przydać. Ale wcześniej tego nie zabrałem, więc widać coś pominąłem. Dobra, łowca powiedział, żebyśmy dostarczyli mu ropę naftową, która znajduje się prawdopodobnie w tym generatorze. Niestety, żeby to zrobić, musiałbym się pozbyć tych zbirów. Może będą chcieli lampki choinkowe.
I prefer to hold on to it. I think this will be more useful to me.
No dobra. A może łowca będzie chciał coś w zamian? No bo w sumie mamy tyle elementów w ekwipunku, my potrzebujemy baterii do GPS-u. Mamy tyle elementów w ekwipunku, że może w zamian za baterię łowca będzie chciał coś innego, może niekoniecznie ropę. Może będzie chciał na przykład sznur przepalonych lampek, albo czarny worek, nie wiem, może tą przepustkę do szpitala. Spróbujmy. GPS mu nie oddamy. Bransoletkę kreta też nie. Plakat może będzie zainteresowany.
I'm not going to give it to anyone. I'm sure this poster hides some important information about my past. Although, it could also be that my faulty memory is playing tricks on me.
Okej. O!
Hey Hank, what if I told you I know where you can get more fuel than you've ever dreamed of?
Don't call me that again, dude. Like I told you, that man died in the Great Wave. But you have aroused my curiosity. So, where is this place? Information like that is well worth the batteries you need.
A few hours ago, I found a way to get into the medical center you told me about in the outskirts of the city. It's much bigger than it looks like from the outside, and it uses enormous generators to power its electrical system. They're storing hundreds of barrels of fuel in a huge depot, which is hidden behind a fence that goes all the way around the compound. It's invisible from the outside.
Yeah, and I suppose you brought those hundreds of barrels to the camp to bargain with me.
No, But I do have the key that will let you and your men get them out of there without raising suspicion. It's a vehicle pass for entering the compound, stamped by the army.
That's a very interesting story, dude. I'll have to do some checking, but it sounds promising. Now, if what you're saying is true, you're going to make one weary old bear very happy. But if you're lying, I'll find you wherever you try to hide, and I'll maul you with my paws right on the spot.
So you'll give me the batteries in exchange for the ID?
Deal. The ID is now mine. Here are the batteries you asked for.
No dobra, czyli w taki sposób zdobyliśmy baterię. Wcale nie musiałem mu dostarczać ropy.
Hey Mike, wait! Before you go, I've been thinking about it, and now it's my turn to propose a deal to you.
A deal?
Yeah, listen. Me and my boys don't like leaving the camp any more than we have to. We're a bit too well known and sought after by the pigs out there, if you get my drift.
I see.
All that talk about the medical center, the fuel and the ID got me curious. I need to get the lay of the land, to check out some things and work out a plan. But I can't expose myself. It would look very suspicious if I were to be seen poking around out there.
Of course. And what do you need from me?
Bring us enough information about that depot for us to make a plan. I'm talking diagrams, coordinates, maps, or better yet, a photo. Bring back what I'm asking for, and I'll give you whatever you want in return. What is it you need, dude?
Czego my w sumie potrzebujemy na tą chwilę? Lalki. Nie potrzebuję wiele, wystarczy, że ktoś odnajdzie i przywróci stary świat.
Oh, I don't need much. Just for someone to recover the old world and bring it back.
I'm afraid you're asking too much, Mike. For now, the laws of physics are the only thing from the past that me and my men haven't managed to subvert. In any case, I wouldn't try to prevent that great wave, even if I knew how to do it. Things are fine just the way they are. You know how it is. God, or the devil, has been very good to me.
Mógłbyś przywrócić mi moje życie?
Could you make it so I get my life back?
Your life? Oh yeah, I remember now you're a blank head. You told me you had no memory of your past. Listen, dude, be careful about what you wish for, because maybe what you're looking for isn't what you want to find. Are you sure there's anything in that black hole worth bringing back? We're at a new beginning. This is the start of a new era, and you've woken up in it without any baggage. Enjoy it, Mike.
Znasz przyczepę, w której mieszka Rod Atkinson i jego żona?
Do you know the trailer where Rod Atkinson and his wife live?
Yes, of course. I know Rod, that hypocritical busybody. He still thinks that with his old world morality, he can save everyone in the camp. He's a real pain in the ass, dude.
They have a young son, Colin. I can't tell you why, but I need to be alone with the kid, just for a few minutes. You have to make a commotion outside to keep Rod and his wife distracted long enough. Keep them busy for a few minutes. Find any excuse, but I need time alone with that boy.
You never cease to amaze me, Mike. I don't know what you've got in mind, but it's none of my business. Bring me the information I asked you for. Bring me that photo of the fuel depot of the hospital, and I promise you'll have all the time you need to do whatever it is you want to do with that boy. And my complete discretion, of course.
I don't know what idea is percolating in the hunter's sick mind right now, but I have to play along to avoid having to explain anything. I gotta make sure he doesn't find out about the boy's illness. Deal. But nobody gets hurt, okay?
Bring me that photograph of the fuel depot at the hospital, and we'll do whatever's strictly necessary.
Okej, no dobra. Zdjęcie szpitala i składowiska ropy naftowej. No problem. Problem jest taki, że ja nie mam żadnego aparatu w ekwipunku. Mam jedynie GPS-a, który zapewne nie ma aparatu w sobie. Dobra, tutaj mamy wizytówkę wielebnego. Mamy baterię.
Okay, let's see if this device still works. It works, but what do we have here? It's a list with hundreds of names, places and addresses, and a map of the city. Okay, let's enter the address shown on the card from Beechwood Oracle, 24 Mametswood Street. The map shows me a place near downtown. Let's go have a look.
Akt 3. Wykroczenie i popioły. Mamy nową lokalizację. Wow. Otyły żołnierz, chudy żołnierz, Flibby Flap.
Hey you! What are you doing here? Didn't you hear the curfew warning?
Relax. Look at his wrist. He's got a mole bracelet.
So you're one of those domesticated rats? You people disgust me. At least the rest of the worms at the camp have some dignity. But you guys, the moles, you're nothing more than a pack of treacherous stool pigeons.
No doubt, I have a great paragon of dignity before me. My hatred for these pigs has only grown. And more so since the incident at the camp entrance with the mole's children. Ruthless bastards. I just want to ask you guys a few questions.
Czy wiecie, co się tu mieściło przed Wielką Falą?
Do you know what the establishment was before the Great Wave?
I can't say I do. I lived on the other side of town. But judging from what's left, I'd say it looks like it was a bookstore. Looks like it burned down to the ground after the Great Wave.
Well, I for one am glad that nest of bookworms was destroyed. I never liked books. They always were a total waste of time.
Is that right? At first glance, I would have taken you for someone with refined literary tastes.
I think that description fits you to a T.
Watch your mouth, you dirty rat! And don't think that bracelet would protect you. I could blow your head off without batting an eyelid. Don't forget who's in charge here.
Co za grubas, no? Może nie lubił literatury, ale na pewno lubił hot dogi i hamburgery. Dlaczego was tu wysłano?
Why are you posted here?
Just following orders. Rat, we're here to protect and serve the inhabitants of this city. That's our mission.
Yes, I can see how the people feel much safer with you around.
We're doing our nightly rounds, and we have orders to keep a particular eye on this neighborhood.
And why this neighborhood in particular?
Well, as you can see, this area of the city was left almost intact after the Great Wave. It was kind of a miracle. Most of the homes and businesses are still standing, so burglary attempts are pretty popular. If there's anything left in the city worth guarding, it's here.
You ask a lot of questions. Have you come to steal something, rat?
No, of course not. With officers of the law like you, I'd never dare do anything like that.
I wouldn't provoke my partner too much if I were you. He's plenty jumpy today, and he's sometimes rather unpredictable.
And as for you, blabbermouth, I'd watch my tongue if I were you. How I am is nobody's business. And you, get back to your nest, rat!
Gruby pewnie jest głodny, dlatego nie jest w humorze. Jak mija noc?
So how's the night going?
Very quiet, except for a shooting at the entrance to the city a few hours ago. I think someone tried to steal some food. And when that happens, you have to act decisively. That's our duty.
It would be a fantastic night if it wasn't for those revolting cats. This damn neighborhood is infested with them.
Cats?
My partner doesn't like cats, and tonight they've been howling non-stop since we started our rounds.
Filthy creatures, dirty and pestilent. They're to blame for everything.
I won't bother you anymore. Keep up the good work.
Powiem tak, ten chudy żołnierzyk jeszcze jest w miarę w porządku, ale ten gruby niekoniecznie. Pusta puszka.
Judging from the traces of food, I'd say that this can was being used as a bowl to feed stray cats. In a city of ruins, only someone acquainted with one of these animal lovers knows that they're capable of things like this, and much more.
Czyli obstawiam, że będziemy musieli zdobyć jakieś jedzenie dla kotów, włożyć do tej puszki, a następnie nakarmić te kocięta.
No matter what you might think of the state of the city, these trash cans are practically empty. I guess generating garbage is a real luxury nowadays.
Mamy plandekę.
Shut up, you filthy beasts! Goddamn mangy animals! Get out of there! I'm going to gouge out your eyes one by one! Skedaddle!
But what is your problem with cats?
Those cats are to blame for everything! They're what brought the disease to the city! They're what brought the virus that infects the dissolved!
Here we go again. I've told you 1,000 times. That's nonsense.
Of course it's not nonsense! I heard it from the friend of a friend who works in a research center!
Those poor creatures aren't to blame for anything.
Shut your face, you worm! You see that? It's comical! Rats defending cats! The world's been turned upside down!
Yes, it is comical. Cats being chased by pigs. In any case, those poor creatures can rest easy. That guy's arteries would burst before he'd be able to catch one of them.
Dobrze powiedziane. Drzwi wejściowe do budynku. A tutaj mamy wybitą szybę sklepową.
More of the shattered glass that constitutes the window dressing of most of the city's stores. Despite the thickness of the glass, the Great Wave must have crushed it like paper.
Mogłem wejść do środka. Co my tutaj mamy? Monitor.
No, computers are a deplorable waste of time when the hardware you're trying to use got wrecked in the Great Wave. This screen doesn't look any better than the rest of the place. The fire turned it into a glob of plastic and glass, and there's nothing left of the computer it was connected to.
No dobra. Spalone regały.
In better times, they must have been overflowing with literature. Now they look like the aftermath of one of those book burnings in the old days that maybe aren't as distant as they seem.
Mamy zablokowane drzwi. Za chwilę spróbujemy je odblokować. Ale jeszcze się rozejrzę, może są jakieś elementy na ziemi, jakieś rzeczy, które będę mógł podnieść.
Burnt paper. The whole place is full of it. Hey, wait! One of these posters has a photograph of Reverend Blake on it. The Beechwood Oracle Bookstore invites you to a reading of The Annihilation of Time, where you can meet the book's author, Edward Blake. That explains why that deranged preacher had the card from this place in his pocket. On the other hand, I no longer have the slightest doubt as to the name of this establishment.
Gościu napisał książkę. No proszę bardzo, sterta książek.
I don't have a good feeling about the deep red of the cover. I'm not going to take one.
Ej, no weź. Dlaczego nie?
I don't have a good feeling about... They're what's left of the cinema section. Only a couple of biographies survived the fire. Let's see. Dario Argento and John Carpenter. I don't have a good...
Nie chcę wziąć książek. No to nie. Zwęglona książka.
I don't need to look through these pages. I've already seen the horror out there.
A może jednak będę mógł jakąś zabrać? Uporządkowane książki.
No, I doubt there's anything in these stories that could surprise me. Dystopia. Could be the city's last name.
Spalone regały. Deska. I to nie jedna, która trafiła do mojego ekwipunku. No ale niestety, żadnej książki nie mogłem zabrać.
I don't think I'm going to be able to open it that way.
Czy coś będę mógł na tym użyć? Na przykład łomu.
The sign says, Emergency Exit, Beechwood Oracle Bookstore. Do not block. Well, it seems that in spite of the warning, this door is indeed blocked. Doesn't look like it's going to be complicated to open this door with a crowbar. Done.
No i bingo. Znajdujemy się na... Schody przeciwpożarowe. Chciałbym wejść wyżej i przedostać się w jakiś sposób do tego drugiego budynku.
Hey, wait a minute! Who the hell's over there?
I don't see anything.
Look at that building! I saw something moving in that shadow on that wall!
I think you're a little paranoid tonight. I told you to relax. Come on, take a deep breath.
Shut up! I bet it was one of those cats! All this is because of those pestilent beasts that have been bothering us since we got here. I couldn't stand them!
I better not let those two psychopaths down there see me. I should be very careful.
Czyli musiałbym w jakiś sposób odwrócić ich uwagę. I nie, to nie był kot, to był po prostu szczur chodzący po balkonie.
They crisscross the building facade from top to bottom. And from what I've seen, this system of staircases is used only on the oldest buildings in the city. It reigns over the building with its crown of twisted antennas and broken air conditioners. On the rim, there's a shiny object. Although at this distance, I can't make out what it is.
Musielibyśmy się w jakiś sposób tam dostać.
I don't see anything.
Look at that!
I think you're... Come on.
All this is... I couldn't...
I better not let those...
No dobra. Czyli na razie tam nie mogę wejść. Tu już nic więcej nie ma. Sterta książek. Wydaje mi się, że w jakiś sposób musiałbym sprowokować te koty, żeby narobiły hałasu. I wtedy, kiedy będą strażnicy zajęci odganianiem kotów, ja będę mógł wejść na górę. Tylko, no właśnie, jest problem taki, że mam puszkę po rybach prawdopodobnie, ale nie mam żadnego jedzenia, które mógłbym tam włożyć.
Those two pigs seem to be watching that entrance very intently. They probably pumped me full of lead before I got a chance to turn the doorknob.
No pewnie tak. Kubły na śmieci. Drewniany słup, wiszące latarnie.
Three huge lights struggle to illuminate everything they can with their precarious electrical system. They actually seem to create more shadows than light. The only light source for the area is hanging from this wooden post, and the tangle of cables and shoddy connections up there speaks eloquently of the quality and condition of the installation.
Kubły na śmieci, drzwi wejściowe do budynku. No chyba nie ma z nimi sensu rozmawiać, bo obstawiam, że nie będzie nowych opcji dialogowych.
Can I ask you guys a few questions?
You again, rat!
Be my guest.
No właśnie, nie będę już przeszkadzał, bądźcie czujni.
I won't bother you anymore.
Czarny worek. Deski.
Let's see. I'll use the rusty nails to attach these two objects together.
O! Kołyska, konik na biegunach, pusta puszka. I powróciłem z powrotem do miasta. Tu jest jakiś szczur. No dobra, skoro tutaj wróciłem, postaram się jeszcze troszeczkę tutaj rozejrzeć. Łańcuch zamknięty na kłódkę. Ale zobaczcie, ci strażnicy faktycznie przyszli dalej, ponieważ tu już nie ma ich cieni.
This home already has an owner. Let's...
W kościele też nikogo nie ma. Przewrócona kolumna, kościelne ławki.
Oh no! Here comes that sensation again. It's like floating in a dense liquid, while everything around me is transformed.
Good God. I think I'm starting to lose my mind.
Rozbity witraż.
Now, with the two stained glass windows gone, I realize that the architecture of this place sort of resembles the exoskeleton of an insect. I don't think I like being in here at all.
Szczur. Wejście do metra. Dobra, włas kanałów. Do niego nie wejdziemy, ponieważ nie mamy żadnego światła. Ale mogę udać się jeszcze raz do parku. Zgniłe ryby. O!
You can smell these dead creatures from several yards away. I have no intention of picking up those rotten fish with my hands, to say nothing of putting them in my pocket.
Ale gdybyśmy tak użyli na tym puszki...
Okay, I'll use the can to avoid touching those disgusting fish with my hands.
No i świetnie, mamy jedzonko dla kotów. Czyli mogę z powrotem cofnąć się w tamto miejsce. Dobra, obstawiam, że tą puszkę muszę położyć na kuble na śmieci.
There you are, you mangy beasts! So you dared to come out, did you? Now I've got you! Ow! Goddamn revolting cats! Sooner or later I'll get each and every last one of you! I promise you!
Don't get mad. Your technique's improving. You almost got one this time.
Shut up!
To prędzej koty dorwały grubego. Dobra, przeszły kawałek dalej. Mam nadzieję, że teraz nie zauważą, kiedy próbuję wejść na górę.
Hey, wait a m-
I don't see anything.
Look at that building! I saw something moving in that shadow on that wall!
I think you're a little paranoid tonight. I told you to relax. Come on, take a deep breath.
Shut up! I bet it was one of those cats! All this is because of those pestilent beasts that have been... I can't stand them!
I better not let those two psychopaths down there see me. I should be very careful.
Czyli jednak jeszcze nie mogę dostać się na górę. Kurde no. A już myślałem. Panel elektryczny? A no tak, oni to zasłaniali, dlatego tego nie zauważyłem. Wow.
Now I get it. This is the system that controls the amount of current that reaches each of the streetlights.
Rozumiem. I obstawiam, że muszę zrobić takie przesilenie, żeby te lampy zgasły.
What the shit? Why does nothing work right in this filthy city?
Looks like a voltage surge. Suppose you think the cats are to blame.
Shut your mouth or I'll shut it for you! I'm not letting those flea-bitten beasts out of my sight! No chance, mate!
Gruby jest naprawdę przewrażliwiony. Okej, spróbujmy po raz kolejny. No, teraz chyba mnie nie widzą.
Now I know why they stopped constructing buildings with these structures. Not only do they let you get out of the building in an emergency, they also let people get in from outside.
Tylko w jaki sposób miałbym wejść na górę? Schody przeciwpożarowe.
The fire escapes on the building extend down from that rooftop. I can't stop my eyes fixating on that gleam of metal I see on the edge. What the hell could it be?
No właśnie, chciałbym się dostać na górę, tylko że Michael nie chce wejść po tych schodach.
They crisscross the building facade from top to bottom. And from what I've seen, this system of staircases is used only on the oldest buildings in the city.
A, w taki sposób. Dobra.
Hey, wait a minute. I've seen this place before. I've been here. I recognize this rooftop. Those trees, the park, the statue. Tomorrow comes today. Of course, the photo from the poster. It was shot from someplace in this very building. But what's the meaning of all this? And could it be that the voice wasn't actually trying to lead me to that burned out bookstore down there, but rather to this building? To this place?
Nie mam zielonego pojęcia. Rzeźba.
It's a sculpture from my poster. Maybe it was an allegory of happy fatherhood, until the great wave turned it into a depiction of Saturn devouring his children.
Ale ekran został podzielony na dwie części. Sterta przedmiotów. Mamy wiadro.
Oh no. It's starting again. It's amazing. Everything's changing. Everything. Everything is mutating, and I haven't even moved. I don't understand. I don't understand anything.
A skoro mamy wiadro, to prawdopodobnie uda się nabrać do niego wody, no i zgasić tą płonącą lalkę.
The blades of this contraption must have stopped turning months ago, and I don't think doing without it is the owner's biggest problem right now.
Ale interesuje mnie, dlaczego ten ekran został podzielony na dwie części.
These benches, fountains, and statues are in a ramshackle condition, whereas the vegetation in this park is almost completely recovered since the catastrophe. Well, if that proves our failure as a species. From what I heard, all telecommunications collapsed in the catastrophe. It seems like it took the Great Wave only a few seconds to turn all of our technology into scrap metal.
Dobra, ale chyba nic więcej już tutaj zrobić nie będę mógł. Mogłem spojrzeć na park, sterta przedmiotów.
A ton of useless objects are piling up in this corner. Nothing interesting. I guess that's the reason the neighbors left them here.
Widzieliśmy tylko i wyłącznie to wiaderko. Okej. Zabarkadowane mieszkanie. Metalowa plakietka.
There's a metal plaque on the wall next to the door. Michael Argent, photographer. I can't believe it. This is the apartment of a man named Michael, an apartment located above the Beechwood Oracle bookstore. And in the building where the photograph on the poster was taken. Can all this really be a coincidence? It's hard to believe, but is it possible that the voice in my head has been guiding me to my own front door? There's a piece of paper stuck to the door, and it looks like it has a handwritten message on it. Let's see what it says here.
Cześć Michael, od jakiegoś już czasu próbujemy się z tobą skontaktować. Gdzie się podziewasz? Zaczynamy się o ciebie martwić. Chris musi się z tobą pilnie spotkać. Przyjedź do redakcji gazety, tam teraz mieszkamy. Sara.
Who could Sarah be? And this Chris, could he have something to do with the person I saw in my vision?
Być może TNT.
Who could Sarah...
My chyba w wizji słyszeliśmy imię Chris, tak mi się przynajmniej wydaje.
Of course, it's locked, and I think it's better if I don't try to pick the lock. I could be mistaken for a burglar, and the last thing I need right now is for someone to call the guards patrolling this area.
A może klucz, który dostaniemy od Rose, będzie pasował do tych drzwi i dostaniemy się do własnego mieszkania? A my potrzebujemy tak naprawdę aparatu fotograficznego.
The front door of this apartment has been reinforced with various locks and bolts. Despite the surveillance by the soldiers, the people who live in this building must be terrified of burglary and looting.
No dobra. A gdzie w takim razie jest zejście na dół? No bo w jakiś sposób się dostałem tutaj na górę, ale... Teraz chciałbym dostać się na dół. Wyjść całkowicie. A, dobra. Mamy wiaderko.
There's no time for you to go back to your nest, rat!
O co mu znowu chodzi?
That ignorant bastard is starting to get on my nerves. Yes, I do have to be going. By the way, how did the chase go? Were those cats too quick for you?
You'd better go. It's not in your best interest to get my partner any more agitated. Not tonight.
You shut your mouth, you rat, or I'll shut it for you! I won't warn you again! Those beasts are possessed, and I'm going to exterminate them, one by one, with my bare hands if I have to!
I'm sure that would make you the pride of the force. Just one more thing. Try to stay away from the trash cans next time.
I've warned you, you filthy rat! You've worn out my patience! Ow! This'll teach you to treat me with a little more respect! I'm going to wipe that stupid grin off your face! Ouch! This is the only language you shitheads from the refugee camp understand! So, you're going to treat me with respect now, aren't you?
Come on, leave him alone. You'll kill him. He is a mole after all, and it's in our interest to keep him alive. Come on, let's get out of here.
Well, you're safe for now, but I have a very good memory for faces. Another day, I'll finish what we started, rat. I swear it!
No to dostaliśmy delikatny wpierdol. Gruby wyrwał nam zęba. Ale za to mamy latarkę. Warto było.
These stains mark the spot where that bloated psychopath knocked me down with his flashlight. Now I can say I've made my mark in this new world. Wait a minute. In all that blood, there's something white. It's a fragment of one of my teeth. These stains mark the spot where that bloated psychopath knocked me. Now I can say...
Mamy kawałek zęba, mamy też latarkę. Czyli prawdopodobnie też dostaniemy się do kanałów. Kanałów, które prowadzą do ośrodka medycznego. Ale tak, skoro mamy wiaderko, to mam plan. Byśmy musieli wejść z powrotem do tej sadzawki i napełnić wiadro wodą.
Okay, I'll use the bucket for what it was designed for. To be filled with water.
No i świetnie. Teraz tak, udajmy się przed przyczepę Roda i spróbujmy zgasić pożar.
Here goes. Maybe we can still salvage something from the fire. Now that the fire is out, I don't intend to carry this rusty bucket around anymore. I'll get rid of it.
Wiadro mogłoby się nam jeszcze do czegoś przydać. Mamy spaloną lalkę. Wygląda troszeczkę jak laleczka Chucky, ale no nie narzekajmy.
The Great Wave may be making me lose my mind, but I'm still not crazy enough to want to put a piece of burnt plastic in a crib. I don't think doing this would serve any purpose.
Czyli musiałbym...
I don't think it would do any good to connect the wire to this. Better not.
Nie wiem, wydaje mi się, że w jakiś sposób musiałbym ją upiększyć.
It sends shivers down my spine to think that this hunk of plastic belonged to little Colin. It's a sinister image, considering the boy's fate.
A może wcale nie muszę tej lalki naprawiać. Po prostu Rose ucieszy się z tego, co jest.
I'm not proud of what I'm about to do, but I need to find out that secret Rose is keeping from me. And if she wants her baby, I'll give her back her baby. I brought you your baby, Rose.
Did you bring me my baby? Did you bring him? Thank you so much, Mr. Sleepyhead. You kept your word. You brought me my baby. Now I need you to bring me a crib, like the one in the picture, Mr. Sleepyhead. And then I'll tell you the secret, the key that opens your chest of dreams.
No dobra, tak się składa, że my kołyskę też mamy.
Thank you. Now I can rock my baby to sleep and sing to him.
Now I need you to tell me that secret you promised to reveal if I brought what you asked.
Yes, our secret. I have something that belongs to you, Mr. Sleepyhead. It's the key that opens your chest of dreams. And now, it's yours again.
But it's a real key. Where did you get it?
I found it in your jacket after Rod and his wife gave me your clothes. When I got to my room, the key fell on the floor and made a clinking sound. I had just seen you sleeping in their trailer, like a big bear. And then I figured it out. It was the key to the chest where you were keeping your dreams. Because you like to dream, don't you? Of course you do. That's why your name is Mr. Sleepyhead.
The key that opens my chest of dreams. Thank you very much for your help, Rose. Take good care of your son. I should be going now.
No, please. Don't go. Don't leave me here. Now that I've found my baby, I have to get away from here. Far away. I have to get away from the haunted castle. If you leave, more men will come and hurt me, and they'll lock me up in the dark again. And I can't stand the dark. That's when those soldiers come back and take me with them. And now they'll want to hurt my baby, too.
The hunter was clear. I mustn't get mixed up in his affairs, or there'll be hell to pay. I'm sorry, Rose. I can't do anything.
Mr. Sleepyhead, I can't stand it anymore. Don't let them touch me again. Please help me. You have to get me out of here. Like the knight in the stories. You're my knight, and I'm your princess.
Good God. This is unbearable. Victims and executioners. That sums things up. And what was I? What was my role before the Great Wave? Damn it. I can't just leave that poor girl to her fate. I have to do something to save her, even if I don't know what that is yet. I'll help you, Rose. I'll help you get out of here.
Thank you, Mr. Sleepyhead. Do you promise? Will you be my knight in shining armor?
Yes.
No, coś będziemy musieli wykombinować, ale nie w tej chwili. I głos, który mnie obudził, płaczliwy i stanowczy. Dobry Boże, te strzały. No dobra. Udało nam się zdobyć klucz.
It's something that belongs to you, and it's from before the Great Wave. That's what Rose said. The key that opens your chest of dreams.
Prawdopodobnie jest to klucz do naszego mieszkania. Ale, moi drodzy, w tym miejscu kończymy ten odcineczek, a do naszego mieszkania i co kryje się w środku dowiemy się na początku przyszłego odcinka. A tymczasem dzięki wielkie za uwagę, trzymajcie się i do usłyszenia. Hej!